When a spouse finds out that their partner has had an affair, and not just one affair, but is a serial cheater, I think it shakes up their world and changes everything they thought they were or what they would ever be. And you may think that finding out your partner has a double life or is a serial cheater is totally uncommon, something you only read about or see movies about, but actually it's quite common, especially with social media and being able to have an emotional affair quite easily. Those move fast and those count just as badly as the physical affairs. So what do we know, or what can you expect for yourself if this is going on with your partner? Well, the first thing is you're going to have a sense of unrealness, and many partners stay in this space for a long time, which further makes the dealing with it a problem because they're in such denial. They think it's a dream, and they think that surely they're making something up, that this can't be real. Questioning how you perceive the world. I mean, if this person you vowed and they were sharing a life with you, you have kids together maybe, could do this to you, then who else do you trust that may be doing something shifty or dishonest with you as well? Everything that happened before was just a lie. You tell yourself that. Like, this person never loved you. This person, the whole wedding was a sham. The whole idea that he or she was there for me was just something made up, fabricated with my own mind. You will be telling yourself that a lot. You doubt your own sense of self-worth. Surely if I was a good-looking person or a person of interest, that my partner would have never done this to me. Nothing could be further from the truth, but this is part of the process. I look for these symptoms in couples, in partners, when I'm doing therapy, because sometimes, even when they come to marriage therapy, they're still in denial that this is happening in their life. You become self-critical. You doubt everything your partner has ever told you, because how can you trust them? If you can't trust them with something like this, imagine the other things they could have lied about. So at this point, you're asking, what am I going to do? Well, we have a profile of serial cheaters, and it looks like this. Their past behavior is a good indicator of future behavior. A partner who has cheated before is likely to cheat again. They think society's rules don't apply to them. They're above the rules. They view the world as a competitive marketplace. And if they can, they have a sense of entitlement, they will. Addiction plays a role. If they have a tendency toward addictions, smoking, drinking, drugs, they're more likely to cheat. These things are mind-altering, and not only that, infidelity can be an addiction, and usually the process of an affair certainly has an addictive tone. They will not own their actions. They're completely blamers. They will shift blame. They'll defend themselves. They'll lie. They'll blame you. And as soon as they see that you feel badly about it, that's when you have to watch out, because they will blame you even more. They're going to go for that, because if you feel guilty that maybe there was something you could have done, they will use that against you and say, yeah, but now it's too late. And I told you that this was happening. All sorts of things. They're great twisters of stories. They have obsessive thoughts many times about this other partner, and they may even enact that with you. They'll say something like, you know, I told you about it. I referenced this from a movie or something. And you're like, I didn't know you were talking about this. It's totally out of context. As I said, they can manipulate you so easily. They know you well. So what might you be feeling if you're married to a serial cheater? We have that profile too. You may be having thoughts centered on what your partner has done or is currently doing. So there's just this constant mistrust, this constant vigilance about every move they make. You become paranoid and you continuously look for more signs. You have constant anxiety. There's no rest for you. You're always on, and your anxiety many times can turn to health problems. Your sleep patterns are disturbed. You don't know where they are. You don't know who they're with. You don't know if they're safe, if you're safe. You see your world crumbling at any second. Your eating patterns are disturbed. Many times people will lose weight when they're with a serial cheater, or they will gain excessive weight. I look for both of those in my practice. An inability to concentrate. You feel like your mind is just muddled with thoughts. You have shame and embarrassment. You feel humiliated, especially if they're showing off the person they're with to people that may see you and know you. You have anger and rage, but that oftentimes is masked by depression. And you have a pervasive idea, thought of just total anxiety, instability, and a broken trust. So what should you do if this is you? I think it's so important to confide in one person and a therapist. And the reason I say that is because I'm not saying you should stay in this marriage, of course, but if there's even an inkling that you may want to work this out, then you have to know everything you can about it. And at this point, if you're with a serial cheater, unless they're mature enough to come to the table and actually start the process of what they'd have to do to stop this pattern, then I would counsel you as your therapist, this is a relationship that you're going to be better off ending, because you're being emotionally abused with every person they take on. You're being emotionally abused and physically abused, and your partner has broken the vow, and they basically are betraying you with every new lie, and lies are all over a situation like this. If this video is helpful for you, please subscribe to my channel. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much.